Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Today I'm going to talk about derivative bass. What is derivative bass? In French is bain dérivatif. So I'm going to say BD, bain dérivatif, for not to say all the time bain dérivatif, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so what is derivative bass? It's a way of refreshing the inguinal folds and the perineum to refresh our interior body. Today, we don't do it. Our body internal temperature is not as the same it was 100 years ago, for example. Now, the temperature is about, for 24 hours, is about 37.2. It's too much, too high. 100 years ago, it was 36.6. This is the good average for 24 hours. Why that? Because our style of life. With our ancestors, they used to walk in Africa naked under the sun, and as they walk, they sweat because the sun is warm, and they were naked, so the sweat going down his lips, and when it arrives at the hair pubis, it's stopped by the hair. Then this little water was evaporated from the air, doing a refreshing. So this is the derivative bath of our ancestors. Today we don't do it anymore. So our grandparents, they use it. They don't use this. You know, it's maybe 70 years ago, or not 50 years ago. You have no trousers, the women. We had long dress still here. And so it was very aerated. Very, you know, the air comes from the floor, and then you walk. And our grandparents, they use panties, not like today, very sexy, very nice. They have these big ones in cotton, so the body could breathe. You don't have this nylon, you don't have all the synthetic material. It was natural. So it was a derivative bath also, a kind of. Even the men, they don't have these very sexy also panties either. They have the big ones, and the trousers were large. So all this makes the body really breathe. Nowadays we have, all of us, you see, you have trousers. Sometimes the trousers is very tight. We have in the winter, we have these tights, we have a panty. So really, it's a lot of clothes and a lot of heat. And you are always not, but most of the time we are standing up or sitting down. All that makes our body not breathe, and also give us a kind of chronic inflammatory state. You know, if I tap here, it's going to be a trauma, and our soldiers of the body, the leukocytes, will come to see what's happening there. Maybe enemy is coming, so they come here. So because I just tap it like that, or I burn, or I cut, or any injury can happen, and immediately the army comes to see what's going on there. And this provokes heat, and heat provokes inflammation. So every day we are in a chronic inflammatory state. So every day you have to take out this inflammation, this heating from the body. And a way to do this is derivative bath. So we cannot walk naked in the sun. Later there was bidet. Do you know bidet? Mm-hmm. Sometimes maybe do you know you heard about that, or you have it in your houses or grandparents' houses. There's a bidet in the bathroom, and then we use it to wash also our genital parts in this bidet. Nowadays there's no more bidets. So what can you do? France Guillain, she didn't find this way. She just discovered it because she was a great navigator. She was the pilot of her own boat, and she used it to traveling about 20 years all over the world. And then she went to some countries, some island, and she could see these old people, 80, 90 years old, very independent. You know, just doing cycling, walking, doing exercise on the street. In Papua and New Zealand, China, Philippines. She's from Polynesian. She's from Tahiti. So she does a lot of this path with her boat and her 3 children. She was alone with her 3 daughters, and from France till Tahiti. So she knows a lot of countries, and she was a big observer. Why these people were old, very aged, and healthy. And then she knew that they used to do this kind of technique. And sometimes it was in the river. The river, it's a little island, a poor island, with one foot here, another here, in the river, in the stones. And they just take the cold water and just make some ablutions, you said. So that's it. So you don't have that too. She come back when one time when she was in France, she starts to ask about this technique. Nobody knew. Everybody laughed at her. What you're talking about? This doesn't exist. So, no, I know it exists. And she came across someone that said, I have a book who talks about that. I'm going to give it to you. And she read this book 20, 50, I don't know how many times. And it was a naturopath for German that he was observer also. And he saw that her dog broke her leg, and it is healed itself just going to a pot of water, because it was German, it is about 100 years, more than 100 years ago. So it was not in this in the town, in the center town, and his dog come on a pot of water and just sit down there, and he lick it. I don't know if you can see that the cats and dogs, they licked their sex. This is bone derivative. You see, they are doing that. The mouses in the laboratories, they pass the whole day like that. She was talking about someone who worked in the laboratory. That that's why they do all this all day. They lick their sex. So, yes, because they wanted to take out all the poison you gave to them, because you give poison because they are cobayas. They are we have to test in animals almost everything. So they do this because they know instinctively that they have to take out all this inflammation, and that's the derivative bath. So you can see that this practice is really ancestral. From the beginning of the times, we do this naturally. So she said, okay, this guy called Louis Kuhn, this German naturopath, said, what can I do? He observed that, and he was thinking, what's that? So he starts to try himself. He took a basin with water, cold water, and he tries to do the same. And he realized that he was feeling better, with more energy. He said, okay, I'm going to ask my patients to do this just to see what's happened. And a lot of people, I don't know, the people who we treated were nice, feeling good. Oh, after I'm doing this technique, I feel better, I feel energy, I feel more healthy. So I said, okay. So then he wrote a book about this. He didn't call band derivative, he called something like, I'm going to try to translate in French. It's going to be friction bath. Water and friction bath. Something like that. He does that. Okay. And she said, all right. So she starts to put it updated. And she starts to doing some seminars about that, some conference. And people were coming more and more and more. And me, in 1995, it happens that I was in a presentation of her, and I just said, I will start today. And arriving at the home, I went and started the practice. And really, 1 week afterward, I started to feel different. Said, yes, it works. And that's all. I didn't buy any book. I didn't, nothing. Just one conference, and I was really hypnotized. It is good. So I started to talk also around me. I think I talked to you about 10 years ago. And
many years ago.
Yeah.
Open mind.
Yes, it is. If someone said, I'm feeling that band derivative,
Yeah.
because I really think it works. It works for me. It works for everybody. And she had a lot of people that saying, oh, yes, it is good. We cannot say it heals, because band derivative is very good because it's refreshing. Already, when I say that it takes out our inflammation every day, this is a great thing already. But it's a painkiller. So if you have some pain somewhere, band derivative, it's going to do good. But I start with that, with a basin in my toilet bowl, and then something like wood to sit down, because you cannot put our bottom on the water, really. It's just the inguinal folds and the perineal that must be refreshing. All around must be warm. And I have to be warm too. I cannot be naked. It's another thing. I'm warm outside, and inside I will get this freshness. So really, when you have children, when you work, you don't have time. Sometimes I stayed half an hour, 40 minutes, really. And more people, women, are always working till 2 o'clock. You said at 2 o'clock in the morning, you want to sleep. So it's like that. That's life, it's modern life. There's a lot of good things in the modern life, but we lose a lot of important things for our health, because of this modernity of our technology. You just press a button and everything happens. So it is a good thing, but there's a bad way also. Now she was thinking what to do. Then she thought about these pockets of gel, freeze gel, that you put in when you're hot or cold, and you put when you do an injury, sport injury. So you put this. Said, I have to do something like that. You start to use that, but it was too big. It's blue. I don't know if you know that. It's blue. So you put in the freezer, but with the time it starts to leak, and sometimes I take out my panties and it's blue. Whoops, it's leaking. And this product is not natural, so it's better no. Must be something that are not going to give you some harm. And she started to think about, and talking here and there, she does this kind of pocket. This is cotton. This is not the one she likes it. She won't be happy if I show that, but I'm sorry, I don't have the new ones. That one is for example, teenager that you just put in some band, something, just in front of his computer, and he's going to sit down. This is freezed, okay, and he sit down and stay doing his lessons. You see, so he stays.
You don't need to stop. So
yeah. Sorry.
It's not necessary stop. Just leave there.
Yeah, we leave that till. That's very very good. Thanks to not see that. When you put this, we put inside your sleep. It's like every month you put the hygienic towel. So this is to sit. It calls. You can sit in here. This is the last one that you put on
the pants.
On the pants. Okay. The problem is must be you put in the freeze. It's going to be cold, very cold. If it warms and you keep it, very bad, because it's going to do the contrary, the other how do you say that? It's other indication, the contrary. Say if you put warm inside yourself, it's going to be more inflammation, more heating. So when we don't feel the coldness, you have to change it. That's why I have, I think, I don't use it anymore. No? I have a better idea. She got a better idea. So we don't need to stay warm. You don't say, oh, it's still cold. You take it, oh, it is still cold. No, if you are not feeling the cold, take it out, change. You must have many in the freezer, so you change. Sometimes I'm so electric that 15 minutes I feel no more cold. So I just change for another. Other times that I'm in peace, relaxed, it can stay 1 hour. Now, what I found that it's very good. It is slim, and so I put water, put in the freezer, and change it. I have maybe 10 on my freezer. Just one placement only for that. Or this is a product, so you're not going to buy this product. But I have a lot at home, so I can give to you if you want. This is kefir. I don't know if you know kefir. This is a nice bottle too. So this is we can find it more easily. This is for the daytime, and this is for the nighttime, because the nighttime you are going to be still on bed, and if it is there, this or this is going to be hot. In the morning you are going to be okay. So this you put in the freezer. You cover. It's necessary that you don't put the cold, the freezer in your skin. It's going to burn. Yeah. So this is not a good idea. Must be only the inguinal folds and the perineum to be cold. So I put this. I put in here. This I don't know here. You don't use this in London. I think this is from France. I have many.
But we have in London to wear a bath. Yeah.
Ah, okay. So this, and afterward I put a little towel, very wrapping very well, very enveloped, and then I put it. And I don't use slip when I'm sleeping, because if I am really electric and if I have a lot of heat on my body, it's going to warm the water
quickly.
Some mornings it is still ice inside. But some morning there's only the water. So it depends how much inflammation we have. You know, about anyway, we cannot escape that. We are always in inflammation state because of what you eat, our thoughts, what you look at the television. The brain, it captures and everything. And if you are stressed, if you are worried about something, the brain just distress, and it is going to be inflammation. And that's why you have to do it every day. Every day.
Renee, can you call toxins?
Yes.
Toxins.
Yes, of course.
Okay,
Yes,
go
yes,
outside.
yes.
Okay.
From everything, from the what you breathe, what you take in your skin, what you eat, you know, and even the noise, the very good noise, and also your thoughts, our thoughts of distressed things, violence. It makes toxins. There's no escape. We are inflamed, and you call it low inflammation state every day. So every day you have to take. Every day you brush your teeth. So every day you do this.
For healthy.
Well, what it works? It works that when it's freshness in our body, we do an action with the fascias in our body. So these fascias is in the newborn babies. They are all this kind of fat. We have fats in our body. You have 3 kinds of fats: the white fats, the yellow fats, and the gray fats. And the fascias is what you said?
What is these
Fascias.
fascias?
Okay, good question. I'm going to explain what fascia is. Fascia is a membrane that wraps everything we have, every tissue we have in our bodies. It's you know, when you do I don't know if you one day in your life, or you did it when you are a child, or you saw maybe your parents or grandparents doing it. We take cook the chicken, and I remember that my mother did take a chicken, kill her, and then there's a membrane. When you open the chicken, there's a membrane, transparent, very very thin. I don't know if if you saw it or not, but they have this membrane. The animal and the human have too. So this, when she asked the doctors what was this fascia, they said, no, the fascia is nothing. This is membrane that's not important. You just throw up. It's not important. The new babes, they have fascias that have motility. It's not mobility, it's motility. Motil is it's going to vibrate. It's a vibration. You know, like our intestines. The intestine has mobility and motility, okay. And this membrane, it's in newborn. They are very vibrating always. When we get older, these fascias contracts, and it's lazy, it's fixed, it doesn't vibrate anymore. And because the doc said, when you open someone, you never see that nothing vibrates there. There's no way to vibrate its fascias in adult people. He said, yes, because of everybody's inflammation. If you are in inflammation state, the fascia doesn't vibrate. It must, but it don't, because we don't do what you should do. And the bioderivative makes the fascias vibrate. and doing this. It vibrates to the. It's a technique that goes to the top of the head till the toes. It's all this membrane is it has 20 kilos. It's an organ. It's new. And the first time I heard fascia, it was here 25 years ago. Now it's a lot. Everybody knows about fascia. Now you put fascia on Google, and the membrane that wraps every organ, every bone, every tendons or muscles, everything, every tissue we have in our body, it's wrapped by this membrane. It's the way of communication all over. You know, a telephone. We say, so this vibration is going to put all the waste, all the toxins out, the fat, everything that we don't need. These fascias is going to take everywhere and put in this membrane and go to elimination. You see, so it goes for the stool, get out everything, toxin, bad fat, all waste we have in the body. So why it's important, the band derivative? Because it cleans your body and clean our brain. This is great. Our brain, if it's clean, we are going to have a more memory, more sense. It's tactile or hearing better, seeing better, because the brain is clean. So when you have in your room a room that is a lot of dust, a lot of things, you cannot go around there and do everything, because you walk here, it's plenty of it's rubbish. So it's the same. The same is the brain. If the brain is clean about toxin, about all these good bad waste, about our thoughts make toxins in our brain. So if it is clean, it's bad for us.
We can say restorative medicine.
Yes, can be a
Wow.
regenerating. Yeah.
It's natural.
It's natural and it's zero cost.
Yeah, exactly.
Zero cost, yeah.
I like that.
Yes.
The only thing.
I have a good experience when.
Can I hear your experience?
How long? 3 months ago,
Yes.
I have a infection in intestine infection.
Yes.
Start in the evening. I'm very, very hot. The temperature was
Very
very,
high.
very high. And then I'm start, because this happened during the night. I'm alone. And then I'm start use.
To do band derivative.
Yes.
Good.
And then I think they saved my life.
You see,
Because
I didn't pay her to say that.
I was very. When it started, I feel, I think it is my time. I died.
Wow.
And
so
then
bad as that.
I was alone, and
Oh,
then
yeah.
I say, how can I do? I don't want to go
You
to the
remember it?
hospital. And then I remember, and then I'm
You see,
start
yeah.
all night.
You
I
see?
think is
So
Wonderful.
safe.
it happened. Yeah, me
Yeah.
too. When I had something that falls on my shoulder, and it was very painful. I stayed, I think, 2 hours doing band derivative at home, reading a book, and it was that time it was the water. So I stayed 2 hours doing this, and reading a book, and then I just feel the pain going down, and disappear. Isn't it great that?
Wonderful.
No medication that has a very bad product inside. You see?
Yeah.
And you don't
Cost
buy it.
nothing.
And you are not going
Preserve
to
your.
preserve your health. And that is, I think the universe, or you call it God, or
Yeah, this
another
is
name. It
Natural-
gives to us
the
all
nat-
the solution for all our problems, and this is really ancestral technique. So I really recommend you to start to doing banho derivativo from today.
Yes.
Wonderful.
Very good.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Renee.
Thank you.
Wonderful. Applause for
Very
you.
good.
Thank you.
Wonderful. Wonderful.